Good morning. This morning I wanted to talk to you about the difference between discipline and motivation. So often I see people start a program and they're full of motivation. So they've got this idea about how they want to look, how this is going to pan out, how much work they have to put in. And the first week is all very exciting and the motivation is incredibly high. But by the second or third week, motivation is starting to wane. So this is where discipline comes in, and discipline will get you where you want to go, whether that be in a health, or whether it be in business, whether it be in life in general. So the discipline means that you do whatever it takes, regardless of how you're feeling. And that discipline means going to bed early, drinking your water, making sure you're eating healthy, making sure you go to the gym and you do the workouts regardless of anything. And what I have seen is those who stick to this consistency and have the discipline each week to continue no matter what is the ones that get the results. And then by getting those results, motivation is high anyway. But motivation on its own dies pretty quickly. And what I have found that in most courses, only 20% of people finish. And I can tell you now that I'm one of those people who has not finished courses because I haven't had the discipline to keep going. And I'm not talking about health, that's an easy one for me, but I'm talking about business programs that I have purchased. So I've had to teach myself how to be more disciplined so that I can get the results I want. And this time round, I'm really starting to understand how important this is, because motivation only lasts for such a short time. And then what's going to happen after that motivation wanes and you're not seeing the results that you wanted. So when we have this discipline, then we focus on what's happening in the day, what's happening at that moment, and not focusing on getting it over and done with and finished and, moving on, because you've got to enjoy this process as it goes along and see how your discipline and your consistency gets you where you want to go. And this is what I'm trying to encourage and teach all of you in this process, is how important this is to continue on. So often at the end, when people do courses, that they kind of think, well, where to now? What do I do now? And that will be covered in here as we go along. But disciplining yourself. So this weekend, you should be shopping for all of your food again. You should be making sure that you know what days you're going to get to the gym and what time and how long you're going to be there. I know most of the programs about 45 minutes to an hour. So you need to allocate that time. You need to be disciplined enough so that if you can't get there, if you can't do your walking, that you've got to find time in between doing something. With me at the gym, if I've got 10 minutes these days, I get on the treadmill and I just walk while I'm waiting for my clients to arrive, rather than normally I would just sit around and just wait for clients. So the discipline is a lot more difficult to maintain than motivation, because motivation comes and goes. You can get motivation off other people. Motivation from me in this program is one of my main jobs. But outside of this page, you need to be able to discipline yourself and make sure that each day you get up and you're going to do the work regardless. It has to be instilled in you that this is a lifestyle change and that this is something that you will need to do on a very regular basis. Maybe not as intense as this. This is a very intense 8 weeks and it's asking a lot of you. But I tell you, if you can get through this 8 weeks, you can discipline yourself to do anything in the future, because this is a rock solid hard 8 weeks. And if you are struggling, then that is pretty normal in this. This is a very difficult not only for food wise, but for the training wise. And it's probably one of the hardest things you'll ever do as far as your health is concerned. But this is going to discipline you to make sure that outside of this 8 weeks, when you come down, and I'll teach you what you do as far as your knowing your calories and that, that everything is going to seem very, very easy after this. So remember that it's discipline more than motivation that's going to get you across the line. Make sure you understand this. So today is a public holiday, so hopefully you're enjoying yourself, but not too much. And over the weekend, I will be putting up a post so that we can acknowledge all of our losses, which are really our gains. All right, so as usual, stay fit, stay healthy, and above all, stay happy. And I'll chat to you again soon. Bye.